Yo, 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 it's the Parker's Couch.
Reporting live from the Parker's Couch.
And this time you will hear introductory music.
Say yes, what?
You should be hearing it right now on the podcast.
It's a Beyonce.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that last week.
Oh, it's Beyonce?
No. Who do you think?
We got
Beyonce money.
We do. We have Beyonce money.
Okay. They're not coming from me. It will be some royalty-free music for your enjoyment to get into the podcast.
Well, just assume it's Beyonce.
All right. If this is your first time joining us here at the Parker's Couch, we're just two brothers who sit and talk about what had us talking on our couch for the week. You know, all kind of hot topics.
It's a lot going on this week.
It's a lot going on. And so we're going to get right into it. But my brother taught me something.
Yes, because I'm that kind of brother.
Sometimes. He taught me something I never knew about Black History Month. Yes. And we are getting to the close of it.
Yes.
But share the wealth.
Well,
some
in
of
this
you
house,
have known this either.
It's not closed in this house. Every month is Black History Month in this house.
This is true.
But for the people that only celebrate Black History in the month of February, I just found out actually this year myself that every Black History has a theme. Who knew that? I never knew that. And this year is African Americans and the arts.
Do they have to say African Americans in the arts?
African Americans and the arts.
Would that be the obvious? Could you just say this year is the arts?
It's the arts, right? But it's only African Americans in the arts. Forget everybody else. No, yes. So that explores the key influence that African Americans have had in the fields of visual and performing arts, literature, fashion, because we are the moment, folklore, language, film, music, architecture, culinary, and other forms of cultural expression. So there you go. So if you haven't been studying any of the arts, which you should, because the arts always makes this place a better place, makes the world a better place.
Very true.
Check it out.
All right. And for that fact alone, you better like, subscribe, and share this podcast.
Because we bring informational as well as messy.
And we're going to get there with some of that. But, how are we celebrating next week, kind of towards the end of this? Who are we going to see?
Actually, tomorrow.
Yes.
Joy Ann Reed herself.
That's right.
There'll be no Joy Ann Reed slander on this particular podcast.
None whatsoever.
No, we love Joy Ann Reed.
We're going to go see Joy on the book tour with her Medgar Evers book, right?
Yeah, Medgar and Merle.
And Merle.
Their love story.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to check that out. So, yes, can't wait to see you, Joy. And some things that's been on Joy's show. We're definitely going to get into this story first. We're going to kick it off with what's going on in Alabama. I know y'all heard.
Greenball, Alabama.
But the court ruled last week that embryos created by IVF are considered children, sparking concerns that embryos that are destroyed or damaged could lead to civil liability. Now, some Alabama fertility clinics are halting operations, leaving patients in such an emotional limbo as clinics and doctors in other states brace for what they fear will be similar rulings or legislation.
Wow, I didn't know you can keep babies in the freezer. That's different.
That's very different.
Wow.
What is this all about? Like, how did embryos all of a sudden become children? And we know, like, freezing eggs or freezing your embryos is an essential part for IVF in the process. And
yes, it has to happen. And you have to have multiple ones, and you have to discard them when they're not going to be viable, viable choices to create a family. So it's crazy. We are very, very blessed to live in the era that we live in, with all the achievements and advancements in science and medicine and technology. But now we're supposed to dumb it down and act like we don't know this stuff exists to create the opportunity for people to have families that have difficulty. Right. It makes no sense to me.
And what's killing me too is on the Republican side of the aisle, you have all these people, who had IVF
Thank you.
to
Their kids are here because of
their
it.
kids are here because
Mike
of it.
Pence, hello,
Nikki Haley,
Nikki Haley,
all these
crazies.
It's so crazy, and I don't understand this push. I don't get it. Like, why is such this control to be a part of every part of somebody's life experience?
I'm gonna tell you why, brother. Apparently, there is this conservative push that I never heard of until recently. It's called like the Seven Pillars or Seven Mountains or something like that, where they think Christianity and extreme conservatism should be in the forefront of it. And it's like government, it's like media, like all those the important sectors of society.
Mm-hmm.
It's a push to have a conservative majority or minority, I should say, in control of policy for the whole world. So it's like total world domination from a bunch of religious zealots.
But then what are these? But why? Why?
Like I told you, I think we talked about this the other day. They have a fascination and obsession with telling people what they can do with their own life. I don't understand.
It's a complete obsession.
They're obsessed.
Just to be able to dictate how everyone lives.
Especially women.
And then it's over this fake concern of like...
They ain't concerned. Because let their daughter get knocked up, or let their daughter want to have trouble having a baby and want to use IVF in Alabama. Guess they're going to either ship them across the state or give it to them under the table in Alabama. So...
I don't know.
It's weird.
It's so weird. It's getting weird out here, y'all. Yes. So just keep following along, and we'll see how this story moves.
Somebody took The Handmaid's Tale literally.
I saw somebody posted today. They were like, they said white women in Alabama.
Yeah.
White women in Alabama. You don't have to live in Gilead.
You don't have to live in Gilead.
You can vote.
It's a whole world out here.
It's okay. Right. It's okay, like, you don't have to live in Gilead.
Jesus.
Woo, they try to be, though. I don't get it. Well, let's go to the arts portion then of celebrating Black history. And we, supported Tyler Perry in watching Mea Culpa. Yes.
You are not including this into Black history. I know. This is not the arts that we're referring to.
Give Tyler his, respect for what he's done.
Well, you know what? It's the definition of insanity if you're watching a Tyler Perry product and think you're going to get something reasonable. So you're absolutely right.
Okay.
It's in far-fetched land.
This was the big movie that all the drama with Kelly Rowland and the Today Show. She was supposed to be pubbing this.
Our Girl of Destiny.
But Kelly's been out doing pubbing this. Tyler's been tweeting up a storm and making sure people watch. And he's thanking everybody for making it number one. And then
it is number one.
Yeah, has Trevante Rhodes, a great specimen of a human being right there. I wish I had that body. Good Lord.
You can.
But, no, I can't.
You have to be very disciplined.
It is not possible. Oh my gosh. But tomatoes. Can I say that? This movie was terrible.
Well, it's a Tyler Perry movie. So is it terrible or is it doing what a Tyler Perry movie does?
Some of the Tyler Perry, like A Family That Prays, boy, that's my movie. I don't care what nobody says.
I love that movie.
You down over that?
That is very good.
Like he has some that can do it.
But I think the movie start off with a lot of promise until I wouldn't say a lot of promise. It start off with some promise until the sexcapades. Tyler Perry's imagination and fascination with sex. I don't know what goes on in his bedroom.
Oh my God.
But if it's anything like these movies, baby, it's a lot.
I don't know where, but this is another production written, produced, and directed by Tyler Perry.
By somebody really horny.
Yes. By somebody definitely horny.
Very, very horny.
And it's just showcasing once again why there needs to be more people. You need some co-writers. You need some other people looking over this stuff. There's just a lot of bizarre things that happen in this film. Some continuity issues, some different things that
The
a lot of
chemistry
stuff
was
that
a little
don't
off.
make sense.
I mean, the only thing that surprised me was that it was a white mama. I was like, oh, okay, this is different. This is a new
Can
twist.
we talk about that mama? How do we start off? So the way the movie just starts off with that mama was she would have got popped in the mouth right
I
from the beginning.
would have stabbed her on her birthday. Oh, you want to die? Okay, I'll see you to your grave early.
Tyler doesn't have to write every character over the top. It's like the villains and stuff. They are
No,
just
everybody's a villain.
Yeah,
I was rooting for
that's
no
true.
one in the movie.
that's true.
Not even Kelly.
Everyone is a villain.
I was like, Kelly, if you hate your husband so much, why are we even fighting for him? I'm not rooting for you to be together.
right.
I don't want anything good to happen to you all.
He's a liar. Don't even tell
Don't
me
have no
about
job.
his job.
Yes, he's a moocher.
Just letting you go through all this kind of turmoil with the family.
Let his mama treat you like the bottom of her shoe.
The bottom of the
It's
shoe.
okay. She's dying, so let her have her way.
You're spending all this money that y'all ain't got. I'm just so confused. Yeah, there's no reason to want them to work, and she doesn't showcase that she loves him
At all. And I don't know who's doing the makeup on the set, but how in the world you mess up Kelly Rowland's makeup is beyond belief. She was greasy. I'm like, who is doing her makeup? Like she was fried chicken right before she got on set.
Oh my god!
I'm like, Kelly is gorgeous. Why are y'all messing with her
Why
makeup?
are we doing this? Why?
It makes no sense.
That movie was it was a lot. It didn't make any sense. And the setscapades, boy, when they took off, like you were saying. Now the one scene when she gets with, I can't even remember Travante's character name. Whenever I don't remember. No, Mia. She was Mia. But
Mea Culpa. That's probably you remember.
But the moment when she gets with him, he's literally hooking up with this like prostitute type lady. I guess
the whore of Babylon,
sucking his dick. She comes back up and then she's riding him
for all of glory.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, I want a piece."
And she just hopped off the dick, like, "Okay, your turn, girl.
Your turn.
I'm tagging you in."
Can we get some hand sanitizer? Can we get a shower somewhere? Can we?
Do I have to smell her pussy on your dick?
That was nasty. It was disgusting. That was so disgusting.
I was like, this is an interesting group session.
And where did this club come from in the house?
The lighting.
Like, you went down to the dungeon, and then it was in the garage, and then down.
Candy Coated Nights. All I thought about was Candy's Dungeon. This is probably what Candy's Dungeon looks like.
Oh, and the twist, you could see it all coming. It was so predictable. But then the ending, just none of it. Stuff it's wrapped up. Like you said, why?
Can I tell the people, like,
go ahead,
why is the person apparently okay? He's on trial for killing his girlfriend. A girlfriend makes no sense. Why is somebody gonna kill a girlfriend?
Yeah.
First of all,
yeah,
and he's supposed to be like somebody famous. Kind of weird. But Kelly runs into her. Clearly, she's been brought off and paid to disappear. But she's brought off and paid to disappear to be a housekeeper
in the
Dominican Republic. And Kelly just happens to run into her as a housekeeper in the Dominican Republic.
Happens to be at the same resort.
Wow. What is this? What is this given?
And then Kelly, on top of that, calls the op. You're gonna call the brother?
Let me call the brother of all the people in the world. The brother that you hate, your brother-in-law that you hate. Let me call him. Hey, you know, I just saw the girl.
You got an innocent man
in jail. What's going on?
The fella
of course he got an innocent man in jail. It's just slow.
Put it there. Like it's, oh my gosh. And then he's like, "Oh, come home. Come stay at dinner." They're now
so very welcome.
Inviting you to come.
Oh, and how the mama broke her cell phone. Oh, I'm sorry. I dropped your cell phone. It probably don't work no more doing it.
Oh my god.
I was like, sis, are you serious? Child, it was
a lot. That was a lot.
Oh, child.
Tyler.
Happy Black History Month, everybody.
Now, you know, Tyler broke
Literary
some
arts.
news that he is no longer going through, or at least is on hold with his $800 million add-on to the studios, where it's supposed to add on.
Yeah, because he's using AI or something.
Yes, because of the invention of AI, y'all. And he was talking about it and saying how you ain't got to build no sets. You ain't got to be on location. You want to go to the
be
moon?
out of work, baby. People's going to be out of work. Stage production, we don't need you no more.
Y'all, the arts.
The arts, honey. Save the arts.
AI. Child. Well, to another story, a little more somber.
Okay.
We're also watching Wendy Williams documentary.
I wish you had liposuction.
Oh, okay. Why she do a publicist sister like
girl,
that?
Wendy, honey.
Oh,
ooh.
Gosh. Y'all, it is a tough watch. If you have watched episodes 1 and 2.
I literally hate everybody.
We're filming this on
who's
Sunday.
Around Wendy Williams. You all should burn in hell.
Okay. We're filming this on Sunday afternoon, so parts 3 and 4 are airing
later
tonight.
Yes, today.
But 1 and 2 we have seen. Initial kind of thoughts. I know what you told me was that you hate everyone.
I literally hate everyone. Yes, first of all, Wells Fargo is very weird. And I understand about fraud and fraud detection, but normally don't they contact the card holder or the authorized party or something about that instead of just shutting down all of your cards and accounts?
It's a little
strange and weird to me. Secondly, who spends $100,000 on Uber Eats? If you don't learn how to cook something, son,
he's young.
$100,000. Are you serious?
Over time.
If you don't know how to fry an egg, boil an egg, make you a sandwich or something.
Over what time period was the $100,000? Do we know?
Her time in Miami. That's what
it was.
They noticed the charges. It's probably accumulated before she went there, I'm sure. Yeah. When he was in New York, she was sending him up. Of course, he's going to get Uber Eats. I get it. $100,000.
Yeah, that is quite a lot. I'm trying to think how much I would have to eat.
How much are you eating? You're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner.
He's
snacks.
Not buying just for himself. Then
he's feeding everybody.
Yeah,
he's feeding the whole world. Oh, my mom got American Express. Let's put it on her card, and then $100,000 for a party. Now listen, it's okay if Whitney's still working.
Yeah,
she still got checks coming in. Okay, y'all can probably do that. No, son.
And then it wasn't at 120 on his birthday.
Yes, I got questions.
It's some questions that is now, and it was interesting, kind of navigating their relationship through these first 2 episodes too.
Yeah,
you could tell
it's not a relationship I thought it was.
No,
it's kind of like I'm gonna love you because you're gonna give me stuff.
Yeah,
I hate to say that, but you know who his father is, so.
But then again, if you think from a kid's perspective, and you know they're stressing the alcohol use very heavily.
Yes.
And if you grow up with that, with your mom being an alcoholic, you probably get a little bit hardened, somewhat too.
That's true. When it could be hard to love. So
it just makes sense.
She told these people. I'm sure this is pre-dementia. She was talking to people like this.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
She's pretty rough.
Go downstairs.
Make me a sandwich, damn it. And don't be slow about it.
Oh, God. Oh, another part that took me out whenever, first of all, too, and the manager or whoever he is to her. Will, yes.
Part-time boyfriend, I'm sure, manager, whatever.
I got a lot of questions.
He put on for the cameras. He is giving her alcohol. Totally. He getting her drunk.
But this scene took me out too when they was talking about the podcast. And then Wendy was like, "Oh, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you tomorrow?" The girl was like, "Yeah." But that part took me the hell out. But anyway, why is he talking about doing a podcast whenever she's in this shape too?
I have no idea.
So confused.
I'm confused. Totally confused. Yeah, so everybody's living off of Wendy's dime.
Yeah. Now I believe the DJ's telling the truth. Like
Oh, DJ Boo,
DJ, yeah,
he's the only one that's been consistent.
he's been
consistent this whole time. He's like, I don't want to be a part of her downfall, which I respect.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of weird that the nephew knows so much about the money too. Like, how you know how this money's being spent?
I got little questions.
About that.
I got questions. You and Kevin were like really close, right?
Yeah,
so
they spent that money together. They was running the streets of Miami.
I definitely got questions around that.
Yes.
Something is going on there. Oh, Wendy. Baby,
when she had that girl go and get her. Well, why she got 4 pins? She got 4 pins.
Don't lose it.
Don't lose. I know what 3 are. I'm missing 1. I have 4. Now she gonna get some more pins. Poor sis.
Oh, but she had her out in them streets.
Had her out on the street trying to get them pins for her. Had her running in circles, baby.
Boy, that scene and when the producers shut everything down. Oh gosh, y'all gotta go and watch that if y'all haven't watched that.
Yes, I mean it's very sad to see Wendy like this. However, there are moments where you have to laugh.
It is funny.
It's funny.
Okay, yes. Take it how y'all want, but it's a lot of humor.
It's some humor there,
there too. But yeah, we see the health decline, and that just makes it definitely hard to watch.
Yeah.
With this, but I'm curious though. I'm gonna keep it through. I'm gonna see what's going on in these next couple of episodes. I'm sure it's gonna get very interesting.
I think it's gonna be more heartfelt in these episodes because the niece is coming in. I think she and the niece are really close.
Oh, and the sister's coming in.
And the sister, yeah. And the niece was definitely not here for Miss Sybil, whatever the publicist's name is. Sybil, Sean.
I told you
Sarah.
I had to look it up before this.
Sean. She was not here for her. And
she's an
she
enabler.
Shouldn't be, because she is definitely an enabler. Talking about, do you want something to drink? You look like champagne? Yes, I like champagne.
I like champagne.
That's fine. What? What?
How about we eat in and have a liquor night in?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You're not concerned about Wendy? No. She knows how to say no when she's had enough. Is she serious?
She's serious.
I would tell her to say Wendy Williams.
I think something's off with this girl. Like something.
What's off is her getting them paychecks. She getting that money.
I'm still collecting.
I'm killing them dollars.
She's made her decision.
Yes, clearly.
Yes, Wendy. Well, we will be in there for the ride.
Yes,
as that continues to go on. Oh, and my last question with that I did have for you: do you think it's strange, or do you understand why, like, producers of the Wendy Williams show decided not to have any comment or involvement in this?
No, because they're probably working for Sherry. Listen, I'm not a part of that. I am surprised that boy's not on there though.
Who? The husband,
the gay boy.
Oh, yes. That is surprising.
Like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he's on shit. He's not on Sherry or nothing. So
that is surprising.
I'm surprised he didn't get on there. Maybe it'll come this 3rd or 4th episode.
Yeah,
Norman. That's his name. Norman.
Yeah, Norman. Yep. Real quick, if you allow me just to rant, I know you haven't seen This Is Me,
and I'm not going to see it, so you can go ahead and rant. I refuse to watch that.
All y'all out there talking about this is J-Lo's magnum opus, and oh my gosh, how great this is, and how it was like an hour and 5 minutes, and it felt like it was 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh,
I fell asleep like a couple of times in that little bit of hour. I had to like wake up and rewind a little bit and be like, oh, what did I miss? Now, some of the I don't know. Some of the artsy kind of stuff was cool. The best parts were the interludes where you had like the 12 kind of guardian angels, if you will, because you had like Trevor Noah, you had Keke Palmer, you had Jane Fonda. Like there was just a load of good people in there, and they had funny commentary.
Right.
They like made it interesting, but that was just like little pieces and moments. This story, I'm still confused. I'm like, J-Lo, if this is supposed to be you being vulnerable,
this is me.
This is
me.
That's as loud as she gets too. It's average. I don't know what.
Ooh.
But if this is you being vulnerable, what did I learn? I knew you been married a million times, and I knew that and now it's just some story of I'm just a hopeless romantic.
Are you married?
So confused.
How's she hopeless romantic if she's married?
Well, it ends with Ben Affleck coming back.
Okay. This is pre. Okay, pre. Sorry, J-Lo, I didn't watch, girl, so that's why I had a question.
But it's like, I guess, coming for circle, because the one cool element is how they start off with some Puerto Rican folklore and stuff. And one of the, I can't remember the name of the characters, but it's telling that story. But she's supposed to relate to this character because it's like these lost loves or whatever in a way. And they kind of circle this full circle moment and finding ways back to each other or whatever. So it's kind of supposed to be like her story with Ben Affleck.
Well, wonderful. I'm gonna tell you what I totally checked out on J-Lo after Tommy Davis's interview.
Boy, you really, talk about that one. That changed.
Really changed.
That changed.
That showed me everything I need to know about J-Lo. So I was just refused to watch anything she does anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She act like she don't know you.
Yeah, just walking by you like
walk on by.
I never knew you. Never gonna know you again.
Oh gosh, it was no lemonade moment. If that's what she was going for, that was not that kind of vulnerability in this. It was very surface level, and it was just and it was told through characters that aren't you, but it's about you. So you don't really want to tell us you. Like it is what it is, but I don't really care. No, J-Lo. I love your music, and I still bang to some of your hits, girl. So I would do that if it come on. Ooh.
Do you see the Bacon Trading one I sent you today?
You sent me one today. No, I missed that one.
Wait, check your TikTok. There's another victim. But yeah, J-Lo had some bangers back in the day.
Not another victim.
J-Lo, Christina Milian, Ashanti.
Oh, you shady. Wow.
Allegedly.
All right. Let's switch gears and let's go to a little bit of sports. We're gonna do some sports.
Sure.
All right. So let's start off with those sucky Duke Blue Devils. But I'm on your side for
the pukes.
I'm on your side for a change.
Yeah, for once in a lifetime. It happens every now and then.
So if you watched over the weekend, Wake Forest did upset Duke. It was a big win for Wake.
Thank you. We needed that.
Right now, Joe Lunardi has them as like the first four out, and this win would be big, for them to kind of get in there. So they did what they needed to do. I think they are.
Yeah.
And we'll see how they wrap up the rest of the season. But, they beat 8, 9 seeded Duke, whatever Duke is or was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes the court storming. But when that happens, Duke's Kyle Filipowski was injured. Like, this fed something collided right into that knee. It looked like.
I'm kind of on Filipowski's side of it. He said he felt like it was targeted.
Yes.
It looked pretty. It looked pretty intentional.
Exactly. Filipowski was saying he felt like it was targeted, and this has got to change. John Shire has been out saying, when are we going to ban court storming? Even Wake's coach was talking about it. And saying like he's never liked court storming. You have to do something. And the ACC, the league officials are saying they're keeping a close watch over this and going to talk to both, keep both teams in the loop of what's happening. Where do you stand with this court storming?
Well, first of all, I think it's a failure on Wake Forest's athletic department. Like, somebody should be suspended or something for this, because this was just unacceptable. Definitely need to be fined. But court stormings, I think if they're executed properly, like if you plan ahead, like you had to know that for one, Wake was favored to win this game. So there was a great chance that they were going to win this game. And it's a huge game. It's at home. It's against the hated Blue Devils. It's a rivalry game. I mean, a court storm is going to happen like 100% if you win.
Yeah.
So to not have the protocols in place is definitely a failure. In terms of court stormings in general, I think fans are just incredibly lazy nowadays. Like, they storm the court for anything. It used to be like, oh, if you upset the number one team in the country or something. Now they storm a court against somebody that's won 2 games this year.
Thank you.
It's just they have no understanding of where the culture came from. So that's the issue I have with it. I just think the fans are lazy and they just want to make themselves a part of the action.
We got some similar thoughts here. And I did go to Carolina, so I was a part of a court storming before in history. But as you said, that was at the rivalry games. Mm-hmm. And one was at the Duke and one was at the NC State.
Puke.
Yes. And of course, I went during the times whenever we sucked. We were terrible.
Terrible.
Absolutely
of
terrible.
What a time. When you go to college.
What a time to go. And one of our doing that terrible team, we beat State at home. We only won like 8 games or something. Something ridiculous.
Right.
And we stormed the court for that because we were happy. Like, oh my gosh.
Everybody hates State. Right. So, of course.
But in general, I feel like if it's not a number 1 seed or some heated rivalry, why are you storming the court?
It makes no sense.
Why are you storming the court beating someone out of the top 5? I'm not even the top. It has to be number 1 for me.
Like, it's like number 1.
You beat a number 1,
or like seed. Maybe number 1 in the conference. Something is a 1 somewhere.
And then I feel like it used to be a delay. Even when we stormed the court then, it wasn't like as soon.
Oh, they had it roped off. Like, they had to undo the ropes or the
whatever. They had to do stuff.
Now it's like, oh, everybody gets a shot.
Or it was at least when the buzzer sounded.
Oh, like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now it's just like a herd of ants coming out here. Let's go.
Still out on the court.
You get a piece of the floor. You get a piece of the floor.
They got to do something about this.
And I do. Well, I used to appreciate. I know I shouldn't say this because we hate Coach K. But I do respect him as a coach. If he knew there was something in the court, he sent his team to the locker room.
He did.
He was smart about that. That's how I would do it. I'm like, listen, y'all just go to the locker room. I'm going to wave to the coach on the other side of the court. I'm out of here. Because these people are unhinged.
Completely unhinged.
Yeah. So I think it was difficult because it was like a 4-point game or something, and Duke had the ball last. So the players were still in the court, but I probably would have just had everybody have like 2 people on the court. I guess you can't do that. I'll have people do the exit or something, just out of the way, just to get off the court.
Yes.
Just touch the ball and let's get out.
And let's get out of here.
Yeah,
because you could see it coming. You knew it was. You felt it coming. But something some protocol got to be put into place for this, because you can't have any player, but then especially one of your top players.
Oh yeah, he's
the top player.
Yeah,
like getting injured. And then you had to run in with Caitlin Clark earlier, which I don't think
that's a little extra.
I thought she kind of read it.
I kind of think so too. She was about 100 miles per hour her own self trying to get off the court.
But the fans were out there on the court pretty early with that one too. But yeah, so we're kind of similar there. Let's jump to the NFL real fast. Eric Bieniemy, we know he's been a hot name trying to get a head coaching job.
About 6 years now.
So long. He's interviewed for the Washington job, didn't get it. He was there, and a couple of other ones in the NFL. But it's been reported that he's finalizing a 2-year deal to join UCLA staff as the Bruins' associate head coach / offensive coordinator. He talked about the move, and it talked about how he attended high school in Southern California.
Okay. And
how this is a good thing to come back, he and his family. And he shares that he's had countless conversations and interviews with many teams, and I've been applauded and lauded. I can't say why certain decisions were or were not made, but it had nothing to do with the lack of anything on my end.
I know that's right.
Then he says, my self dignity, worth, integrity, personhood, manhood would never be questioned or compromised. It is not always about money either. With everything in life, it is often all about timing. And at this time in my life, the opportunity affords me the pleasure of continuing to be a maker and leader of men, to do what I follow, love, my passion, and my dreams, while not compromising who I am as a man. Now that makes me wonder what was kind of being said. This whole like hammering of
Yeah.
self dignity and not
You know
compromising.
what it was? They were going to give him a position less than a coordinator in the NFL. And I don't blame him. I would never take a step back. If I'm an offensive coordinator and been a coordinator for years, I've won Super Bowls being a coordinator, and I'm going to be like a quarterback's coach. Are you serious? I think the hell not. So I don't blame him.
You're so right, because one of the jobs, I remember one reported, the only one that they had information on was that it was a lateral move of like a running backs head coach.
Absolutely not.
Something, yeah,
absolutely not. No,
like what, yeah.
He's above that. Never. No, and it's like very bad timing for the NFL because like all the positions were already taken. Because Washington didn't do him any favors because they wouldn't let him out his contract to go seek those jobs. So he was stuck, between a rock and a hard place. I honestly thought he was going to take some time off and not coach this year. But then this stuff happened with Chip Kelly, which I thought was an interesting move.
Yeah.
And actually probably pretty smart on his behalf because UCLA was thinking about firing him as head coach.
Yes, they were.
He said, before you fire me, bitch, I'm going to give me another position. And he became offensive coordinator at Ohio State.
Yeah, I said, I got something for
something for your ass. So
sure
I thought I was pretty brilliant on his particular situation because it's a high profile job. I hate to say, but being Ohio State's offensive coordinator is probably a more prestigious job than being the head coach of UCLA football right about now.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. It definitely is more prestigious. RG3 had something to say about it. He said, happy for Eric Bieniemy. And then, but how this man can't get a head coaching job in the NFL or in college is unbelievable.
It is because he gets I guess this reputation of coaching the players hard.
But it's football.
It's football. They all get coached hard.
Okay, that's what you want.
Yes, even a players coach is going to coach you hard.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't
understand that.
But we know. I mean, go there when it comes to race in this situation, you can't overlook it, and how certain comments and critiques that are made against like Black folks, especially in jobs, and when it comes to things like promotions or moving up, it's always but you're this, you're too this. It's always followed by something. It could be too nice or too mean. You're too hard or too soft.
Yes, and I definitely agree with that. But there was something this year that I've heard for the very first time. I don't know if you read this, but I've read a couple articles about it. About Vrabel didn't get a job because his stature, because he was too intimidating. So it's something about
who are doing these interviews and who are these owners?
Who are
like
the owners?
These little dinky little.
Who are the general managers? They're so frightened
they
by
want somebody to just
kiss their ass. It's so weird GMs, to me.
Like, what are you getting scared of? What?
That's really weird. But I definitely agree that the Black coaches, you have to be a head coach. You definitely have to be Tony Dungy or Mike Tomlin. They're brainiacs. They're not necessarily they're imposing, but Mike Tomlin's a big dude, but he's highly intelligent.
Yeah. So
that he leads with that first. So I think Eric Bieniemy is kind of more like from the streets kind of culture, and it's about politics. Like you have to be able to talk.
That's fair.
Talk to people's language.
That is fair. That is fair. That's fair. I like that. Yeah, that made
Yes.
sense. Well, we'll see what goes on. We get into the close here, before we babble on too long for y'all, because we'll talk all day.
We had a lot of stuff to talk about, though.
We
So
did.
we're doing pretty good, I think.
We did. But, someone who the other people, like you said, they claim is for the streets, and he tries to pretend that he is.
I know we're not going with this. Are we doing a story on this?
We can't go out without mentioning how your boy DJT has been showing his
God.
rear end over this whole
My
CPAC.
boy, I know you lying. I know you lying.
Out here, the blacks. He's
The
doing
blacks.
this for the blacks. He's doing this for y'all. He said that the light, I can't see nothing in here but the blacks. I
don't see no people but the black people. What does that mean?
And he said, this is why they tell me the black people like me, because I'm being discriminated against.
Because y'all are criminals.
They say I'm discriminated against now.
I got indicted. Y'all know what that means. It feels like to be indicted. Y'all know what it like. Your jailbirds, your criminals.
This man is, oh my gosh.
Oh,
I can't believe y'all are out here rocking for this man.
That's their boy.
So hard. We got it. That TikTok you sent me today was a great breakdown of what the dude was talking about what Biden has done for black people. Did you send me? You remember that TikTok?
I'm looking.
Okay. Yes, I just want to make sure. And y'all, the Biden administration, y'all need to find this brother.
No, hire us because I'm about to do some reels.
Okay.
To educate the people. Forget about him. Look at this face.
You get on that, brother. You get on your real game.
I'm about to get my real game with this.
Educate him, because he broke it down for all y'all people out there to be like, he ain't do nothing. He ain't never do nothing for us. Donald Trump did more. He breaks it down so well, and my brother's going to do it even better.
Yes.
So y'all can understand what actually has been achieved and what
lots of stuff. I mean, is there a living, breathing spokesman in the White House? Or spokeswoman? Or somebody?
Because y'all fail on that department.
Messaging does not exist in the Democratic Party.
It does not. Y'all just
you got these dummies thinking, oh, Trump, sign me a stimulus check. He didn't want you to have a stimulus check.
And you see what's happening in your taxes right now.
And now everybody paying for it.
Taxes until 2025. Shoot. And y'all want to blame that on Biden? No.
It's the Trump taxes.
So I'm so confused.
I hate it here.
People
are so dumb.
We got to say something every time, because this election is, all of them are important, but these times they just keep increasingly getting more and more important.
Now listen, I'm not saying, hey, democracy is perfect.
No.
It's not by any means necessary. But God knows I don't want no white men tell me what I can and cannot do. I don't want people with vaginas. Definitely, I don't. Sure, you don't want no old white man telling you what to do with your vaginas.
Okay.
We don't want this. We don't want no damn dictatorship. Are y'all crazy?
We don't want no speaker in the House talking about Moses.
He's Moses. Saving the people.
About.
Are you serious?
They go too far with this whole Christian.
They are crazy.
And then I don't know what Donald Trump thinking he's a king and
has dementia. Y'all talking about Joe Biden and his dementia.
Jesus.
This man here slurring words.
He don't be remembered.
Don't know where he is. What city or state I'm in. Who? Wendy Williams. Oh my God. He's down bad, baby.
He's down
bad.
But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting time, but enjoy him talking about the blacks.
The blacks.
The way
all I see, I'm looking for the people, and all I see is black people. Who's the people, girl? Who is the people?
Oh my gosh. The dude is a mess. Well, make sure you are following us. Follow our reels too. We're all getting our real game up. Thank you for following the series on Black country artists.
I'm going to add a little bit to that too. Thank you.
Yes, you are. You about to hear
Since
my
I'm the
brother's
one who
voice into that.
introduced these people to black
Not
country
everybody.
music.
Hello, you introduced me to Braylon, and I gave you your credit.
Thank
but
you.
I stole him from you and did a reel.
I know. I hate you so bad for that too.
But it's okay. You're still somebody from me, I'm sure, down the road.
Well, Breland gave me a very thankful message on my Spotify. Thank you.
Whatever. Oh, the message that everybody got that you joined
That
me from
I got.
Okay.
That I got personally.
Anyway,
Thank you.
Continue to follow us and look out for more and more reels coming and more podcasts coming. We definitely have an Oscar special to give to you. Somebody has to catch up.
Well, I've seen 3 movies.
Got one more.
I've seen 3.
I only got to see Poor Things, and then I am good. I got all my best pictures.
So are we breaking all these movies one at a time or all together?
We would talk about it how we would do.
I'm in a cheat sheet.
Of course, you can have a cheat sheet if you want.
Thank you.
But we got to let the people know.
All right.
Not everybody's going to see it. Let you know our picks because Oscar night is coming on the 10th. So we're getting there closer.
Oh, I got time.
March 10th. Yeah, that's what you say.
I really do.
Okay. We will get that for you. All right. But love y'all and see ya next time.
Peace out, homies.